Well, hey, it's Linda. I'm back. I was looking at fall flowers yesterday with Sally and Donald, and she says, I haven't posted anything lately, so thought I'd post today, but I wanted to show you my fall flowers and my vase I got at the thrift store. I just love that. And then I got the bake store sells, Shannon makes these freeze-dried Skittles, and those are pretty good. Can't have too many of them because they're too sweet, but they're pretty good. So anyways, now you hear me crunch. And I'm still getting tomatoes and a few cucumbers. I haven't checked today, so. Anyways, today we're going to be, I'm going to get you over here. We're going to be doing peas, purple hull peas. I'm not sure, I'll have to check because I forget. I'm not sure if I've already done this. I'm supposed to be doing a banana pudding from the microwave because my niece is in Mississippi, and I know you probably can't. I'm washing the glasses, and but anyway, they said that they'd like to have the banana pudding in the microwave. So I had some bananas, but we ate them. So it's kind of hard to make banana pudding in the microwave without bananas. Actually, it's a vanilla pudding recipe, and then from there you can either add bananas or you can put chocolate chips in it and make chocolate pudding, and so it's a versatile, but I'm not wanting vanilla pudding without bananas, so I'm not going to do that today. But anyways, I picked these the other day. I took them up to the sheller that Tim made me and shelled them, and then I put them in the refrigerator because I knew we would be gone yesterday, and I didn't want to lose them because they will go through a heat, either in the shells, before they're shelled, or even afterwards. If you just keep them laying out, they'll produce the heat and then they'll rot. So you don't want to do that, my goodness, no. And between the deer, I'll have to show you, get you a video. The deer are just about, they act like a bunch of cows out there, like we're supposed to be feeding them. They tramp through my field. Oh my gosh. I really want to know how to shoot a gun because I'd like to shoot some. It is deer season, but I'd be more afraid for everybody else if I tried to shoot them right now because I've never really shot the big gun, and I don't think a pistol will take one down. And I don't want to be cruel to them, but they're eating my peas. Anyways, so all I'm doing, and I did a, let me move this over. I did a picture, where I took pictures of every little process that I did. And I'm going to post that, but I don't know if that's going to make any sense. But I'll post it anyways. It makes pretty good pictures, Whoops. But all I'm doing, let me show you. All I'm doing is, and I have cleaned these out, but no matter how much you clean them, there's still going to be some holes. So keep an eye on that. And I'm just filling the jars up right now. And I did some pints the other day, which will be great for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or big meals. But even with just the four of us here at the house, I'm not sure if Jesse likes peas or not. But, even with the four of us, we can eat just a pint. And that way, I don't really want leftovers, which leftovers be good because you can make vegetable soup with it, but, that's just how it is. So I thought I'd do this in pints. I know I can put 9 pints in my pressure cooker because they do have to be pressure cooked. They have to be pressure cooked just for 10 minutes. So it's not a long one. There's a stick. No, I don't know what that is. But anyways, it's not a long time to pressure. It actually takes longer to get it up to boiling than it does to pressure cook it. But you do have to pressure cook it because it's a non-acid vegetable. Not quite sure, all about that. I just know that that's what the recipe says. So I follow the recipes. I don't deviate when it comes to canning. And someone was asking me, or Sarah was asking me yesterday about canning deer meat, which you can can anything you want. But the deer meat, any kind of meat that you put in there and can, which has to be canned for 75 minutes, pressure cooked for 75 minutes instead of canned. But any meat you put in there, it's going to be like shredded, the shredded consistency when you get it out. So if you want to, later on put it, and fry it or whatever, it won't work. That'd be like cutting up a really cooked pot roast and trying to slice it and fry it. It won't work. So, but it's great for anything that you want. You buy at Sam's those cans of chicken and stuff. Well, this will do the same thing. Now, I don't have a whole lot left, but I have some in the freezer, and I don't like putting them in the freezer. There's no problem with it, but I would rather have my vegetables canned to save the freezer space. So I'm going to take it. The consistency may be a little bit more mushier, but I want to make another batch, so I'll take all of those out, clean them, and put them in here too. So anyways, the next step, and this is Susan Massey gave me this recipe, and I always thought things would be so hard, especially when I've done a lot of meat, and it's like, my goodness, it takes forever for meat, but it does. But Susan gave me this, and I just love it. I can't pour. I guess I could maybe. Anyways, you're going to put a teaspoon of salt in each pint. And, can y'all see that? Let me move that over a little bit. There we go. Anyway, so a teaspoon of salt in each pint. And, I put a teaspoon in the quarts too, but I need to probably check to make sure that's correct. But anyways, you put this salt in here. Oh, and you want to run your hot water, your tap water, and because it's going to be boiled. People say, well, use distilled, but it's still going to be boiled. It's like boiling your water. Anyway, so you use your hot tap water, and you just fill this up. And just fill it up, each one of them. And that's the next step. You don't want to overfill it because you don't want to lose your salt. I think the salt just kind of lightly seasons it. Because once these are done, then they're just like having canned peas in your pantry. You just open it up and warm it up. And if you want to do some more seasoning, you can. But, and I think I did that one too full. But once these are done, they're ready. You can just pull a jar off the shelf and have it for a side dish. Okay, then you take, let's see if you can see this now. I'm just taking a knife and I'm just running it down to make sure that it gets rid of any air bubbles. And, because you don't want no air bubbles. Don't ask me why. I'm sure there's a really good reason, but you just don't want no air bubbles. Yeah, I kind of poured that one a little bit too full, so I'll put that back in there. Yeah, you don't want it too full because then it won't sit. It won't seal. And, oh, did I do that one? I don't know. Better twice than not want it at all. And, you just run that through there. Then you take your vinegar, because you always want to wipe your jars, especially, well, you just wipe all of them. I don't care what you put in there, because you don't want anything on the rim. So you take your vinegar. I don't know if you can see that. It's just vinegar. What I have left, I put in the pressure cooker, and that keeps the jars from clouding up. But this kind of cleans the rim. Make sure everything's good. And also lets you kind of check the rims in case there is a crack. And because if you use these for glasses, and I do, well, not these are new, but I do use these types for glasses, and they can get chipped, so you don't want that. Okay, now, and you know what? I could not find, I lost my little magnet. It's round, but I lightly heated these. I used to boil them, and now they say don't do that because that'll break down the rubber and it won't seal very good. Maybe that's why I didn't have some good seals. But anyways, as you can see, it's not that hot. You just want to get them warm enough, I guess, to, and this may be one of those steps you don't have to, but I did hear this year with the way they're making the new ones, you don't want to boil them a lot. Well, I'm missing two, so hang on just a second. Let me put you on pause. Okay, I'm back. I hope that worked. But anyway, so, oh, those are still too, I think that's just still too full. Like I said, if you fill it too much, they won't seal. So anyways, there's my rings. Those are my, not my rings, those are my, what do you call them? I have no idea what they call them. This is what they are. Lids. There you go. My mind's not thinking straight lately, so anyways, you just kind of hand tighten them. And what did I do with this? And then you're going to put them in your pressure cooker. Now, you have to look at your instructions for pressure cooking, for your pressure cooker, because some of them are different. Mine, I put 2 or 3 quarts of water in there, I guess, to help pressurize it. I don't know. And then I put the rest of my vinegar in there. And then you put these jars in there. And you pressure cook them. And they'll be cooked for 10 minutes. And they'll look done. But I guess because they are done. But anyway, there's that. And, oh, I wanted to show you, I had to replace the seal in mine. They say about every year, but I think mine went a little bit longer. But last time, it kind of curled around the edge. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't know if this is the seal that I put in. And you can also replace this little pop-off valve. And I think you can replace that, and I know you can replace that. So you have to look at all this stuff to make sure everything's in operative order. I don't know if that's a word. But, so, anyways, I did have to do that. And, but I got that done, and, because it just wouldn't, it's time to change the seal whenever it starts spewing around the edge. And so I got that done, and it's working great. And so I'm just, whoops, sorry about that. I hope I didn't make you jump. So anyways, today's a rainy day, which gives me an opportunity to be inside and do things inside, which usually whenever I'm harvesting, I don't want to lose any of this, so I'll can and put them up. And then there's the rest of my vinegar. They say that keeps it from clouding, so I don't know. We'll see. And I guess it works for me. Okay, so we'll see if I can get 9 in there. The other day it was like it wouldn't. But let's see if I can today. It's going to be a tight fit. There we go. Okay. Some of these that are really tall, you can actually stack them on top of each other. Now, if I had, Tim marked mine so I know where it's supposed to be. But if I had jelly jars, I could stack them in this one. But it's not big enough for, anything else. And then I'll pressure cook those. And I will show you, hopefully, I forget to show y'all the end result, but I'll show you those when I get done. And we will talk to you later. Bye. It's me again. I did want to kind of show you, again, your pressure cooker may be different than mine. But if you're like me, it's better to be shown. But anyways, I don't know if you can hear it. But it's kind of spewing right now. I don't know if you can see that. Well, let me see if I can make it go. Nope. Anyways, I let the steam vent for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I put the jiggler on there. I don't know if that's the proper name, but that's what we call it. So I'm going to wait until, you see that? I want it to get to 10 pounds. I don't know if you can see that or not. I want it to get to the 10-pound mark, and then I will start turning it down. And you want it to sound like a slow moving train, not one that's fast and going. You don't want it to go over. If it does, you just kind of, you kind of have to stay and monitor it. So, it's just, because it could, your stove's going to be different than mine, but I just kind of wanted to show you. I'll put you on pause. Well, I'll probably stop you because my phone will probably turn off. Well, it's almost to 10, but I'll put you on pause. When it starts to jiggle for 10, I'll show you what it sounds like. Well, that didn't take long. So I'm going to start turning it down. I'm going to turn it down to medium. Now, if it gets back below 10 again, I got to start all over. So I'm going to start my count for 20 minutes. And I'll put my timer on. And hear it? Still a little fast, but it'll probably simmer down. But again, if it goes below 10 pounds now, I have to turn the heat up and start all over with my 20-minute count. So you definitely want to make sure it doesn't go below. And you sure want to make sure it doesn't go above, because when it gets into this danger zone over here, it could explode. But that's only because you left the room and you're doing something different. So anyways, just wanted to show you that, and we will talk to you later. Okay, I told you I'd show you the finished product of the peas. Like I said, those are ready to warm up and eat. So we will talk to you later.